All right, I think that's just about a wrap. We just got the system loaded up here where it all began, the Montego Bay. Feeling pretty good about it, but I'm gonna turn this time over to Jake and Jason here and we'll wrap this thing up.
What's up, guys?
All right, Jake, tell us about how today went as the final day, what you would do differently next time, and maybe just some thoughts on the whole thing overall.
Not much differently next time. Maybe on the one property, the windows that we got to pop out and lean out of because you can't get to them with a lift or any other method. Just knowing all those rooms that we have to have vacant and the suicide locks taken off of in advance, like right when we get out here, is ideal. Because taking those things off and waiting for the guys to have them off to get the windows out, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Other than that, not much that I would really change out here. July's a bitch to do this particular job, especially for the rope guys. It's hot. The roof is ruthlessly hot, and you got to work around the sun with the drops. With the summer sun. I mean, every time we've done this in the past, we've always done it in March, or one time we did it in November, and the weather is much easier to work with if you're a rope guy in March or November. Less sunshine, just way easier to get on the roofs and not be cooking in 95 to 103 degree weather depending on the day out here. We hit 103 one day last week, and just brutal, especially for the guys on the roof. So
Cool.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out as one old song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through.
You're looking at today's man lift. We got the Zoom Lion. It's about an 85 footer. Of course, that annoying beeping noise is telling us that there's something going on that's preventing us from lowering this thing. So we're just trying to troubleshoot that thing and bring it on down so we can get started on this beast, Montego Bay. There's the control panel. Any ideas? Is it saying there's faults, Jake?
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's coming down, so I think it's working. I'll just have to kind of learn this neck on this because it's a little different than other lifts that I've used. If it does that all day, that's going to be the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, well, we're up here in this lift thing, the Zoom Lion. We got it started from the ground. We got the basket, but now it's doing this weird hydraulic pulsating thing. It's kind of annoying. Aside from that, it looks like we're moving. About to approach our first set here. You can see behold in all its glory, the Montego.
What the fuck, man?
And yeah, you're really killing the vibe with that pulsating. But we'll check back in, you know. We're on to the next problem.
But when I'm operating the lift, it does this like every movement like hydraulic, and I can't have it doing that all day or I'll get no work done.
Slowly but surely, we're starting to get a hang of this thing. It's smooth, it's shiny. So far it's nice and quiet, so we like that. It's not screaming at us, beeping in our faces the whole time. We got, you know, our harnesses on because safety first. And it looks like we're just pulling up to our first set. We're doing just miles of these panels. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and moving along throughout the day, so we'll check back in. We got the glove love because, of course, you know, we put a little acid in our water. Really cut through the years of desert dirt and mineral deposits and all that fun stuff. So over time, you know, that can really wear on your fingers, your hands. We like to keep our women happy with our soft, smooth hands, so gloves it is.
How you doing on the reach department there? A bit toes.
All right, what I'm working with today, we're just taking mostly this scrub pad and a little bit of acid to everything. There's not a single piece of glass that isn't hit with scrub pad and some acid. And then things really come clean after that. I've got my 12 Sorbo. We've got the 18 Sorbo. It's basically all I need right there. The mop, this is just, you know, for vanity's sake. Coming out of this maker. What do you call this thing?
That is a silencer.
The silencer.
I've got the grackle.
Yeah, you got the tip cup on this one. One thing I like about this tip cup, Jake, is that my clients, if they need to find me, they can always track me down because there's a trail of water everywhere I go. All right, that's a wrap on day one. All finished up here today on the Montego. We got the lift working. It's great. We love the Zoom Lion. Go Lion. Just a little progress on what we did here today. We did 8 over here on this side. Count them up. And coming back this way. It feels like both a lot and we've only moved a little bit, but I know we got a lot done today. Back over here. Eight columns on that side. So feeling pretty good, especially with how things started today, a little bit bumpy, but we're gonna be back tomorrow. That's 16 total. You know, we might shoot for 20. And it's gonna be a hot one tomorrow. So great success tonight. I think we deserved our Mexican food. Some good places here.
We can do anything for Malia Pepa. Oko Mondo, Fono Mandela. Fono Mandela, La Pecona, La Pecona. Hey, we can do anything for Malia Pepa. of hopes and dreams, possibilities. Some end up in the streets, others make it through, the ones that have influence. Money can buy innocence, money can buy happiness, make me look very nice, walking with confidence, shop on my diva dance. Hey. Zaga, 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 zaga. Zaga, 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 zaga. Zaga, 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 zaga. Symphony, zaga, 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 zaga. Zaga, 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 zaga.
You know, as well as, you know, being in the NBA. And then when he retired from the NBA, he became one of the best volleyball players in the entire world at 40 years old.
Volleyball player.
But he ran track and field in high school and stuff, and he was just a phenomenal athlete.
He was kind of like before Kareem Abdul.
Mm-hmm. He played against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the end of his career. I think the very tail end of his career.
All right, well, we're back from lunch now, and we can only avoid the sun for so long. Here we are, July, Wendover, Nevada. It's probably in the mid-90s today. It's gonna reach 100 plus maybe tomorrow and Wednesday, so this is just a little prep for what we're in store for. Spirits are high, staying well caffeinated, well hydrated. And one thing I gotta say is this lift, I think we're really coming to enjoy using the, what's it called, Jake?
Zoom Lion.
The Zoom Lion, a Chinese company. This big old lift here. Let's get in there. Let's see, all the way down there. We're just tucked in this corner.
92-foot reach.
All right, we're recording. We got Jake living the good life.
What's up, everybody?
Just in this window cleaning enclave, Montego Bay pool. You know, we'll keep the pool chatter to a minimum, but directing your attention up this way, we've got a couple roof rollers. We got a couple guys coming to snag those and do some night drops. So we're just waiting. In the meantime, we'll just enjoy ourselves, take a load off. We're 2 days in, and we got 3 days to go at least, and we'll check back in. All right, well, speaking of hard-ass days, here we are, day 3, Montego. You know, not a lot to report. It was a lot like day 2, which was a lot like day 1. Just endless columns, as you can see, but this here marks the last of them on this building. So with that, you know, I'm gonna light a little celebration. Jake, if you have anything to take away from today, go ahead. And
hottest day of the year so far, and gonna spend 11 hours in this Zoom Lion. Pretty sweet lift. If you ever rent a lift, these Zoom Lions have like an air brake in them, So when you sway back and forth, like where it really sways in other lifts, this lift has a little air brake on it. So the second you pull off the trigger, it air brakes and won't let it swing, which is a really, really cool feature that I haven't seen in any other lift. So pretty cool. So if you're ever in the market for a lift, when you're doing some lift work, these Zoom Lions are probably the best lifts I've ever ran. So check them out if you're doing some lift work.
I concur with that statement. We're gonna finish up here because we gotta haul this thing off to the pepper mill. I'm gonna try to snap a little time lapse getting there because that's always a fun commute. Real quick, I'm gonna pan around, give you guys a good view. Always good views up here. So there you have it. Peace out. All right, moving on to new horizons. We're here at, I just realized that every time I push play, I say, all right. So let's start that one from scratch. We're here at the pepper mill. We just got here. So Montego Bay, all the lift work is done over there. And if I could describe this day with one word, I would say windy. It's a windy morning. It was a very windy night last night. We had our rope guys work in Montego. I'm kind of curious to see how their night went. We're kind of in this protected little cove though, so it's not too bad. And yeah, the pepper mill. I would say out of all three casinos we're doing, it's probably the most senior friendly. That's the kind of feel that I get. So if you're an old person and you want to feel young again, come to the pepper mill. And we're just gonna try to get as much done here today on our fourth day, Thursday, out here in Wendover, United States. We're here just rolling along at a nice senior-like pace. You know, the Zoom line here is not going to break any ground speed records. You know, we could take it out to Dugway and test ourselves. It's just right around the corner, or not Dugway, but what's it called out there? Bonneville.
Soft flats.
Bonneville Proving Grounds or something. Anyway. Just taking this time to narrate because for whatever reason this thing's at a crawl. The first time we were out here, what year was that, Jake?
2014.
2014?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All the way back in 2014 we got that fateful call, and what a time that was. A lot's changed since then. We were in like a 60-foot lift trying to get as much done as we could in 1 week, or 65-foot lift. Try to get as much done as we could in 1 week. And I think we're just a lot better equipped this time around. We kind of have things sorted out. WCR. Reppin' WCR today. We're going to take you through the process here. Screen Daddy. WCR. Reppin' WCR today. We're gonna take you through the process here.
way, bro. Come on. Come on, man. Wrong way still. It was all backwoods. All backwoods. We ain't putting them in with the pins on the outside.
Looks like we got that window lined up pretty well there. Just gonna go over some of this old window cleaning, squeegeeing technique in case some of y'all need some freshening up. Jake over here, he's got the 18-inch Sorbo. Very standard. Good handheld squeegee. You're squeegeeing something all day long. Nothing better in the grip than a Sorbo handle. However, I've got the 16 because you can just move it a little bit faster. It's like taking a little break from the 18. Probably just about as many swipes as an 18 given the size of this window, not a big difference.
Up down saves a couple seconds with the 18.
And then of course the scrub pad. Don't even have the mop today. Solid gleam in the bucket seems to suffice over here. Pretty dirty, but not a lot of like mineral deposits. These windows are like 5 years old, which is pretty new. The gleam, in case y'all don't know, is a great product. Great for hand washing. Really cuts it a little bit more. Stays wet for longer. Good on these hot, windy days.
Yes, sir.
And, well, what more do we need to say when the people, thanks to the nice rendering of this Fuji camera, can see that shine.
Loving the orange crush too, but the orange crush just dries way too fast, and on 100-degree days, orange crush stays away because it is not what we're going to use on hot days. The gleam is the ultimate product when you're doing shit when it's hot, a little bit of wind in the air, even in direct sun. Best product available. Orange crush though, awesome shit when you're doing pull work and storefront shit. Fantastic. Even doing houses and stuff, great product. But
it's just fun to use orange crush, really. I'd drink it if I could. It looks like a nice squeeze it orange. All right, watch Jake's up and down method. Probably the least amount of moves, rotations in the shoulder, especially when you're getting a little older.
By far, if you do it right, you won't leave a line in the middle. But a lot of newbies try to do it, and they'll leave
that corner, that edge, come up, edge.
They'll leave a line in the middle when they do the up-down method. But when you've been doing it 26 years and using that up-down method, works fantastic.
And if you're with the good rubber.
Yeah, gotta have good rubber. It's gotta be the Sorbo.
Good rubber.
Can't be using that black diamond bullshit.
Just coming out around the back side of the pepper mill here. Not a lot of glass. Just getting things kind of straightened out. I think we'll easily have the lift work finished today. Moving this over and setting up at the rainbow. Last on the list. A lot more screens and dirtier windows, so I'm told.
I think the property's like 40% bigger than this is.
Rainbow property?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a monster. It's a beast. Sometimes you find yourself in places at the Rainbow that are just like, what is this? Like out back. You're just out there in the boonies. And it's still the same place, but it's a casino. I mean, casinos are known for being big.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, Jake, for the audience, how do you get a job like this?
Suck a lot of dick.
Okay, is that your answer to them, or is that how you actually do it?
Oh, it's all about sucking that dick.
That-
Rolling down the front, right in your face.
All right, yeah, just back on the ladders, right here in this weird alleyway behind the pepper mill. Just a little secret area that the first time I was out here, I was like, what in the hell is even going on right now? How big is this place? It's nice having a few helping hands to get us through this part, because I was really just rallying to keep up with the lift operators. Back in those days, didn't know what was gonna come around the next corner, and then I see this.
Now that's not saying that, you know, the worst case scenario would happen.
Kitchen's like the pick on the others. Maybe they just hang out and I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, wait, but there's like that cluster. Yeah, that's like that's weird.
Yeah, that's not your everyday multi, I'll tell you that.
That worked. Got him.
Something demolished that motherfucker.
Yeah, look, go see if you can get a camera angle into that
Fucking rats.
Space there. And
Probably
see.
a rat that can see from the runway.
Yeah.
All right, Wendover, week 2. Just on my way back out after spending a couple days in Salt Lake City recuperating. We all went back on Friday, and yeah, I didn't do much back there. I just kind of chilled out, took my girlfriend to dinner, and got everything prepared for a successful week this week. I kind of fine-tuned some of the things I brought out, so I think it's going to be very productive, and hopefully we get done by Thursday evening. We can spend Friday kind of chilling out and going around. We've got Jason coming up, Jason Heckenliable, spelled exactly like what it sounds like. He's coming out sometime midweek, gonna start doing lows. We'll see some of him. Brandon, Dante, and Cody are on their way back out. They'll be here Tuesday, and they've just got a few things left, a few drops left. I think that should go pretty well. We're gonna try to get up there and get some shots of the night drops that they've been doing, because it's up in the upper 90s, 100 degrees, close to, I think, tomorrow, and it's feeling very hot, very deserty. Just out here at the Salt Flats, posted out just a few miles from Wendover, really. You can just kind of hop off the little highway back here and just go drive into the nothingness.
go so far down before I smash the fucking car.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a bind like that. Don't go down anymore. You gotta figure out what.
I'll go down to where I can still drive.
All right, well, it is hot as Hades out here, and as it turns out, you know, the weakness of this lift here, as much as we like the smooth brand newness of it, is that it, on the slightest little unevenness in the ground, it'll limit the functions and like how far you can extend out. So there's been plenty of times where we've been 2/3 of the way onto our next set and it just starts beeping, starts shutting down, really starts limiting what we can do. So, you know, we're gonna pull it down. We're gonna find some shade today.
She's a good girl, loves her mother, loves Jesus, and America too. Beyonce before Jay-Z. Before they were molesting people at Diddy parties.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, my ass. I still can't believe he got acquitted, dude.
Butamus. Don't make it too easy on me.
How's that, big guy?
I like a challenge. This is the part really gonna start taking this thing off-road in here. Normally I'd kind of pan the camera around and give you all a look at what we're doing, but I'd need both hands on the wheel here, figuratively speaking, because it's about to get rocky. When you're extended on the boom, every little bump the wheels take, not that there's any kind of suspension on this thing, is just amplified so much by the time that hits the basket. So it's always a good idea to just hold on and stabilize, and most of all pay attention to where those fucking wheels are going. Alright, we're driving now, or we're attempting to do so, I should say. What's going on over there, El Capitan?
Just have to take it all the way down because it says we're not level, so it's not letting us do any operation except for down right now.
Bring it on down. 3, 4, yeah. This casino wins the award for the "Aw, come on" prize, where you look at something and you can see the end. Yeah, it's a lot, it's intimidating, but you know you can handle it, and then you can turn a corner and there's like an "oh, come on," like a cove of windows you didn't see that you're gonna have to go through rooms to pull the windows out. You're on the final half of the last wing and the windows are suddenly covered in paint. Oh, come on. That's just the point we are right now. But that speaks to what we've done a lot of, you know. It's always kind of most urgent feeling when you're nearing the end. Just get me out of this damn lift kind of feeling. Just cruising in on some of these last sets here at the Rainbow. We've been on the lift for 8 days straight. Almost nothing else other than the Zoom Lion. So it's gonna be a relief to get off of this thing and get onto the ground. Do a little groundwork today. Jake's gonna go do the manager's house, I guess. And tomorrow we'll hopefully just be done with all of it.